Today I am talking to Mr. David Pendergrass, who is program counselor for Erskine College and Seminary. David, how are you today?
I am doing great. How are you doing today, Brent?
I'm doing really good. Thank you for taking time to do this with us. We just have heard about a new and exciting program about the 3-2 to an MDiv. What
Yep,
in
yep.
the world is it?
So 3-2, if you think about your traditional college experience, you're going to do 4 years. With the 3-2, it's just a way to, it's an opportunity to streamline and accelerate your entry into ministry. So rather than doing 4 years in college and 3, 4, 5, 10 years in seminary, you're going to do all of it in 5 years in 3-2, 3 years in college, 2 years in seminary, and you graduate with 2 degrees after those 5 years.
Well,
It's just
that sure beats my 4-4.
Yeah. Or I mean, I've talked to a lot of people that it was 4 and question mark
Yeah, there you go.
until it
Exactly.
ended.
Well, exactly. Well, I remember trying to get my MDiv with 2 kids and working over 40 hours a week. You make it stretch out
Absolutely.
to all you can. Boy, this 3-2 does sound really a good program for those
Yeah.
who can use it. Who would you say it's is aimed for?
So we're looking for those who feel a call to the ministry, those who love studying the Bible. We use the term exceptional student. By that, we don't mean, top 4.0 GPA, only the brightest kind of deal, but mainly we're looking for the students who show a promising performance in the Bible religion track. We're looking for those who have just a passion for ministry, a passion for working in the kingdom. On a specific level, we're looking for students who are going to be at Erskine. They're in the Bible religion track. They need to have at least a 3.0. And then we have some special classes that you get advanced standing courses or advanced standing credit towards the seminary. You got to have a 3.0, you got to have a B in those courses. But by exceptional, we're looking for those who see ministry as more of a life's calling. It is a pursuit that you do from then on until you die, not so much just an intellectual pursuit. So we're looking for those kind of students that want to work in the kingdom, want to be tools for God's work.
Okay, just to clarify just a little bit in my mind.
Yeah.
So you're looking for those who've already have those classes already, or what about a high school guy?
Yeah.
Maybe a guy that let's give you an example, David. I just that came to my mind. Let's say you got Joe, and Joe feels called to the ministry, and really is in high school. The Lord's said been telling him he needs to go to seminary and be able to work in the church. What does Joe need to do?
Yeah. So kind of in the same mindset, backing up a little bit, if the whole concept of the 3-2 is you come to Erskine. You come to Erskine, you apply, you get accepted, and you come in as a freshman. One of the things I'm doing in my role is going out to churches, to schools, to just groups where we're going to have youth there. I'm looking for those students that have that call, that feel that pressing of the Lord in their heart, and get them to come look at Erskine, come and look and apply and see what it is that they can do and how they can be involved here at the college. So they got to be a student first. They're going to go through and start working on their Bible and religion track, their major in Bible and religion. They come in as freshmen. They do their freshman thing and they go through their core competency classes. They're going to take their Bible religion classes. As they get into their sophomore year is when we're going to start having those conversations about, okay, so you feel this call, you're doing well in the courses, you're an exceptional student, to use that term. As you get into that sophomore year, we're going to start having the conversation start steering you towards, would you like to pursue this 3-2 ministry, accelerated ministry track? We're going to have conversations. We're going to kind of be looking for that discernible call, because we don't want someone to just kind of go into it just because their friends are doing it or because it seems, insert reason there. We want this to be a ministry track, an opportunity for you to shorten your time in school so you're not paying quite as much in tuition, a way for you to find community, to find internships, to find a track that is going to hone your calling, hone your skills, give you a strong foundation. So when you have that Joe who is 17, 18 years old, feels called to do ministry for the Lord, the first thing I recommend them do is get in contact with me, get in contact with Erskine, come and see the campus, come see what Erskine's about. Sit in on some Bible courses. Maybe we can get you to sit on some seminary courses, get you to see what are you going to be getting into when you want to pursue this track. And then we start working on the application process to get you into Erskine, because to do the 3-2, you do need to be an Erskine student.
Okay, fantastic. So Joe decides that he wants to try this. He signs up for Erskine, loves Erskine, goes his first year. And that first year, you say, is kind of more of a trial. He's still getting credits, college credits.
Yeah.
But after the first year, there's a few questions and on his calling, trying to make sure he's called, and to make sure that he meets the grades. And if he does, he's able to move forward through the program. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. And now, what college degree would you actually get with a 3-2?
Yeah. So to kind of break the 3-2 into the two numbers, the 3 is going to be a Bachelor of Arts in Biblical Studies. It'd be going down the BR, the Bible Religion track. So we have a Bible Religion track, or inside the Bible Religion major, you have a Christian Education and a Biblical Studies track. Typically, you're going to go down the Biblical Studies track, but I believe we can discuss and look and see, make sure you get all the credits you need on the Christian Education track. So the 3 is going to be the college side. You're actually going to graduate, finish at 3 years, and then switch kind of gears over to the 2, which is going to be the 2 years in seminary. During your time in the college, though, you're going to be encouraged to take Hebrew or Greek to kind of get yourself ahead of the schedule. You'll have some summer courses, second, third, and fourth summers, to get you all the courses you need. So at the end of the 2, then you're going to graduate with a master's in divinity. The biggest thing I like to emphasize is this is not a truncated program. You're not cutting corners. You're not eliminating classes. What you're getting is advanced standing through some of those courses in college. So for instance, for those of us who have done college and seminary, or have those, both those things, you might take church history 4 times, and you're going to learn the same history. It didn't change. It's still the same councils. It's still the same Reformation. So the 2 classes that you take in the upper level of the Bible Religion major, 2 church history classes count towards credit in seminary. Your Christian theology class counts towards a systematics course in seminary. The nice thing with us having one Erskine, having a college and a seminary all part of the same institution, is that we got accredited for the whole thing. So you're not having to switch institutions. You're not having to go from 2 separate entities. We were accredited as one thing through ATS. So we're able to give you those advanced standing courses without you losing necessary foundation for ministry, for a career in ministry. So you do get a BA, you get the MDiv, you do it all in 5 years rather than in 7 or more.
Fantastic. Now, one thing that you told me that I really beforehand that's got me real excited is you've already have this starts in 2020. You already have 3 people coming into it.
Yeah,
and
they're pumped.
Yeah, that's exciting. So you've got people there ready to do it, and I'm sure there are quite a few more people that would love to do this.
I know I would have had I been in high school.
Well, great. Well, I'm one of those that would agree with you. I'm one who repeats classes. I took Greek and 2 years in Bible college. I took another one in a seminary, and then took it again at Erskine Seminary. So I think I've had my fill of Greek, which is good, but that's a lot of time and repeat, and to be honest with you, a lot of money that was spent.
Yeah, so, that's one thing we want to help with, is to cut out some of that tuition cost. As we all know, going into ministry is definitely not a financial calling. It is a ministerial calling. You're called to do the Lord's work, and it's not going to pay a ton. That's okay, because you're doing it because that's your calling. So we're trying to help those students who feel called to this ministerial, kingdom-minded career, help them to not take on quite as much debt, take on as much burden financially. So that's a beautiful aspect of the 3-2, is that you're knocking out some debt.
Right, fantastic. One of the things I wanted to just bring up to our audience is this: if someone is listening to this and maybe they've got somebody at their church, they feel like would be benefit, or maybe even they're listening to this and they might feel like, they need to find more information, where might they
Yeah.
get some information? How might they contact you?
So you can go on the website. If you go to erskine.edu/majors, you can find the Bible religion major. Inside that major, there's a little link that says, click here, or click here for more information on the BA MDiv program. It's a full URL hyperlink. You can click on that and it brings you a whole separate thing. I go that track because then you get to see what makes a BR major, and then you get to see what makes the BA MDiv a little different. If you want to contact me directly, earlier, like I said, my name is David Pendergrass. You can just take David off and send an email to pendergrass@erskine.edu. You'll get me directly. And I know that's might be a strange name to spell out. It's just PENDER and then grass@erskine.edu. One of the things, so I was an Erskine graduate. I graduated in 2012. I visited my sophomore year of high school and basically was sold. I didn't even apply anywhere else. I went straight to Erskine, loved it. One of the things I'm just excited about coming on to help recruit for this program and to do some other things like church relations between the church and the institution is that you get this education from Erskine. Erskine, if you don't mind me taking a second to kind of give a quick thing there. So one of the things I think that makes Erskine stand apart is that Christian Liberal Arts Foundation. So I was a Bible religion major. I did basically everything but Bible religion when I graduated, just because the Lord, we started a family, and it became more important to make sure I can support the family than to keep pursuing education. But what I think is so awesome about Erskine is that the education I received there in that Christian Liberal Arts Foundation. That's a mouthful trying to say all that quickly. That helped to prepare me for how to simply live and how to work as an effective employee in a multitude of different kinds of jobs. You have a really strong core competency course structure, helping you to learn how to just simply do things like communicate clearly and creatively, learning how to analyze information logically and quantitatively. You learn how to respond to the human story and to interact with those you're going to be in contact with. You learn science, but not just as an inquirer, but also as a steward. You learn how to develop a lifestyle of wholeness, both in your physical life and also in your spiritual life. You're taught to engage society as both neighbor and citizen, and it's all done through an authentic Christian lens. It's not like we are trying to browbeat non-Christians. It's not like we're trying to simply just be Christian in name only. Erskine truly wants to see the whole person develop. So when you graduate, if you have a degree in biblical studies, you have a degree in biology, you're going to be able to interact and work wherever it is that you're led to after graduation. So this 3-2 is really built on that foundation. So when you graduate in that 5-year span, you are prepared to do ministry. You're prepared to talk to people. You're prepared to have those conversations with anyone, because you've taken classes in history and science and language arts and maths. You are fairly well-rounded as a student, which makes you more well-rounded as a citizen and as a person out in the world. So that was one of the big things that really encouraged me when I saw this program come on the field, when I went out to apply to help recruit for it, was that I knew that Erskine was the one that was helping form this and giving it a strong foundation to prepare these students to go out and to be the hands and the feet and to minister to the people of God and to minister to the world, because they're going to be more well-versed in just how to be citizens, to be good people. You have professors that love you. You have professors, I think it's like a 15-to-1 at least student-teacher ratio. So your professors know you. I can tell you on multiple occasions in my classes, especially my major classes, if someone was late, our professor would say, someone pull out your phone, give them a call, let's see where they are. They want to know you. They want to know you as a person. You're not just a name on a class roster. It's a beautiful campus. So if you're looking to see what is Erskine, what makes it special, definitely give me shoot me an email. You can go through, I think it's visit.erskine.edu to set up a visit. You can do apply.erskine.edu if you want to actually set an application. But we'd love for you to come and see what makes Erskine such an amazing place, and especially it's an amazing place to ARPs. This is our institution of higher learning. So I loved it there, and I'm so excited to be back and then helping the kingdom and helping the college and helping the church in this program.
Correct. And one of the things that, as far as the ARP denomination, two of those three are ARPs, correct, that are coming in. Is that?
Yeah. So we got 2 of the 3 are interested. We got a few sophomores that are interested in switching to the 3-2 because they're in that point they can, and they're also 2 of them are also ARPs.
All right, excellent. Well, I'm gonna actually put some of the your email and one of those websites on right beside your name on our website where they can see, where anybody, if you're looking
Awesome.
at this, if you're listening to this, you can click on there and you can get on these websites. But also, I would like to, for our listening audience, to know if anybody would like to financially support this program as well. That would definitely help, and it would help our denomination as we're seeing a lot of these students feel God's
Yeah.
calling to go into full-time Christian service and to get back into the life of the church.
The world is changing. We're entering a world that is becoming more hostile to Christians, and so we need strong, competent, passionate leaders going out into the world, let alone our denomination. And I believe this program is going to help. And also just be aware that part of my role at Erskine is to do church relations. So if you're a church out there that's watching this, and you're like, you know what, I really want him to come and talk to my leaders or talk to my youth, I would be glad to try to figure out a way to schedule it to come visit y'all. I'm going to churches in the ARP denomination, but I've met with people from outside the ARPs too, just to help create some inroads and create some relation between the Church of God, just in general, the kingdom, the Big C Church, and Erskine as an institution. So please reach out, whether or not you got a student. If you just wanted to meet up and learn more about Erskine, learn more about the program, I'd be glad to set up a time and then try to figure out how to come see you.
Excellent. I was just thinking if, as being a youth pastor for many, many years, thinking if I had a student who I knew that was kind of leaning toward full-time Christian service, I would definitely want them to get in contact with you. And maybe even, I appreciate you offering yourself even to come, but maybe even a Zoom meeting or something that, video conference and meeting where they can talk and find out their options. I think that is always
absolutely
a good thing. So David, I appreciate your time this morning. And we appreciate this 3-2 program. And also thank you for explaining it. I think there's a lot of question marks right now for a lot of people.
Yeah. And I'm sure that there's more I could say. So that's why I'm saying I'm always open to emails, meetups, Zoom meetings, whatever ends up being more convenient, easy for you. Or honestly, some people just really like that face-to-face meeting. So I love talking about it and passionate about it. I'm excited to see what God's going to do with the 3-2 and what God's doing with Erskine right now.
All right. Well, thank you, brother. And we look forward to seeing what God has in the future.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.